Okay. My next little ramble doesn't have much perfectly to do with the next song, but is a little bit of a continuation on of what I was saying. Um, like I said, like a lot of my grieving for Jack has included sort of understandable but useless and inaccurate placements of blame, and thinking that, I don't know, somehow if we could have made a reality where he didn't feel like he was always going to walk down the street and have people be like, hey, aren't you that guy? That somehow he could have been freed. As I was listening to the album that Leonard Cohen was recording right before he died, You Want It Darker, and there's this song called Treaty, and in it has a lyric that just I really felt related to this sort of experience of grief for Jack, which is and a sort of experience with Inferno, which is there's dancing. I'm not gonna sing Leonard Cohen. I'm just, dude, I'm grieving. I can say whatever I want. But there's dancing in the street. It's Jubilee. We sold ourselves for love, but now we're free. I'm so sorry for that ghost I made you be. Only one of us was real, and that was me. And I think about that sort of in juxtaposition with being so entrenched in the fantasy self that he made, that he even tried to like tell us, like during this packed funeral, being like, I'm a fictional character. This is where I live my entire life, is in this fiction I have made for you, which was a beautiful fiction, and which was something that he did for us, but it was something that he also did against himself. I guess I just a decision that I made a few days ago is I am getting sober. I'm 3 days sober after having a few suicide attempts under my belt. I don't think you don't love me. Thank you. I'm glad I'm here too. But I kept on being determined to think that my use wasn't the problem, that every fucking thing else was the problem, and this certain past me definitely wants to step in and, I don't know, like fucking somehow have magically convinced Jack that he wouldn't have lost himself if he got sober. And so I guess I just want to say tonight, like, as much as we all learned a sort of drug and alcohol-addled hedonism and self-determinism from Jack, that is not necessarily the answer, and the actual, like, most ultimate, like, important thing is we don't destroy ourselves just because there are many, many structural forces out there trying to destroy us. I saying something to you that I wish I could have said to him in a manner emphatic enough to convince him. I beg you so much to please take care of yourself. Please, I don't want to lose anybody else, and neither does anybody else in your life. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna play two more songs. This one is a sad one. Another one about feeling the presence of people even though they're not there. And then I'll play a more ecstatic one that, for all I know, was played before I got here. But fuck off, I'll play it anyway.
Thank you for letting me tell you.
Okay. Into one another on trains. There will be no chance meetings, we'll miss each other by minutes. The habits and parties which brought us together, avoided, grown over and left. We will never run into one another on trains. I wrote you a note saying I was leaving and I left. It's all yours and mine now. We might never meet again, you know it might just never happen. We might never meet again, you know it might just never happen. We will never run into one another on trains. Don't talk to ghosts, don't open the windows for them. And don't slow your pace when you see them on the street. But if what they say about life after death being so sweet, about how sweet it is, I miss you so. I miss you so.
That's my daughter.
Looks like I'm losing that famous sense of humor. Older than I look, younger by far than I feel, and I feel fine as wine, duty free, age clear, pure and concealed. Miss, tell me your name and where I have been and where we are we now? We will never run into one another on trains. If we do, I'll be dressed for the occasion. This thought haunts me, dressing and undressing in the morning. It does. Things that we play at are not us. I have not forgotten. We might never meet again, you know it might just never happen. We might never meet again, you know it might just never happen. We will never run into one another on trains. We will never run into one